Yo, Thinking Game Podcast.
We
Little
back
Rock in the
again.
house.
Yeah.
Gun in the house. Peel in the house. Mike in the house. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let us know how we doing. Let us know if you want to hear us talk about some things. Just let us know. We'll make it happen. So, with that being said,
Yo.
before we get into it, man, what you think about them Lakers, Peel?
Yeah, we got a tough fight ahead of us.
Over there, y'all ain't got
Hey,
that YN energy no more. Y'all got that
hey,
ON energy, man.
hold on, whoa, 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 whoa. Now you just being disrespectful. Lakers in five.
Nah, you gonna be
Orange
Lakers and shit.
peel, banana peel, George Jordan peel.
Yeah,
Lakers in five.
Lakers in five. Hey,
Bird,
tough.
bird doo doo, cat doo doo, dog doo doo, elephant doo doo,
Lakers,
is doo doo.
Lakers in five.
Oh man,
There
all
we
right,
there we
man.
go down 0-2. It might be a problem.
All right. Hot topic. I think I see it on the weekend. Tell me what y'all think. Tracy Ellis-Ross says she dates younger men due to older men being toxic. What y'all think about that?
Honestly,
Well, I'll go first. Go ahead.
go
They
ahead.
told me bust out my APs
Eh,
every time, man.
Sound like a bust
Yeah.
down to me, but
I mean, they
oh
always
God.
they always talking about older people. When you're older, you're set in your ways. You know what I mean, and being set in negative ways is toxic. That's man or woman. You normally hear this about older men wanting to date younger women,
Mhm.
and older men are vilified for that. You know what I mean? My
boy,
girlfriend's
double standard.
younger than me. You know what I mean? But it's saying you're saying you're a predator. You're molding. You're grooming her. But this woman is beautiful. So she
Mm.
can do what a lot of older women can't. Was she 50, almost 60?
At the age of 51, is she a bust down? Still dating? And still in the dating game? Is she a bust down now?
Mm-mm.
No, I mean, if you're I mean, look, she was
That's
career
She's
driven. She's still
fifty-one
boy. That,
going on
extremely
52.
hey
beautiful.
man, that's Tracy.
51 going on 52, bro.
That's Tracy Ellis
She's still
Ross.
extremely beautiful. And she can do
Man,
what a lot
y'all
of 50-year-old
delirious.
year old woman can't do. And so
Y'all
she's
sound
in
like Eddie
a
Murphy
place.
delirious. Y'all sound like Eddie Murphy delirious right now, man.
Mm.
Y'all
Nah,
crazy, man.
somebody.
51 years old, 52, man.
They told me bust out my APs, perfect time, man.
No kids, never been engaged, never been married.
So go ahead.
You know she been touched. You know, I'm just being honest, be real. You know she been touched, right?
No,
I
just
mean, yeah, I mean,
fix that. What
being
you
touched
saying?
don't decrease her value. Matter of
I'm
fact,
not
she's
saying decrease
learned.
of value. I'm just talking about the reality. Okay, that's about this. What
I mean,
would be the
well,
expectation for a younger
what
person dating a
Peel? No,
51-year-old?
no,
What's
yeah,
the expectation?
that's a good point, and I'll speak on that. What's Peel's opening opinion about her saying that?
Man, listen. They gave Trick Daddy so many problems about
Boy,
saying the same thing.
boy,
They
that's
gave
true.
Trick the same. Boy,
They did.
they were
You're right.
ready. They were ready to put him
So,
on the goddamn pitchfork.
Yeah.
he was a
But
So go back to
predator.
25.
He
Go
was
back to the 25-year-old Pill,
manipulative.
25-year-old John, 25-year-old Mike,
boy,
51-year-old, a
we knocking
51-year-old
down
you
him.
talking to. What are you?
Boy,
What's
we
the
knocking him
expectations?
down. We knocking him down.
That's
Don't worry.
what I'm
Especially
I'll
saying. But
if they look like her, without a question. I'm gonna ride that train until
it's
it
pinball. It's a
derails.
pinball machine. It's a pinball machine. How many points can you score, man? You know,
it
you
wasn't
ain't got
even.
no kids, so that lets you know she ain't trying to have no kids.
I
I
You
mean, it
wasn't
can't.
sounds
It
trying
like
ain't
to.
no such thing as. Hmm?
at 25, that sound sounds, and feels like a good situation. I mean, the
Yeah.
prestige alone, just that's upgrade. You know what I mean? That's not your average 51-year-old either.
What's the difference? Cause she
Hold
be
on,
on
hold on,
TV. What's
hold
the
on.
difference?
If
I
you
mean,
hold
just
on,
because you
hold up.
go ahead.
If,
How long? How
if
much longer do you think she got before she started to decline?
no, it wasn't
At
even about
51.
that. It wasn't even about that. Like if I'm 20, early 20s, dealing with somebody 50, 51 years old, It's what she can do for me, not what I can do for her.
To be
Cause
your
I already know what I'm doing. I already know what I'm doing.
5-year-old dude, you playing the pinball machine. How many points?
No,
No.
ain't no
I'm trying to
pinball
get the
machine.
highest score. I'm trying to get the highest score.
No, I ain't trying to get no high
Ting,
score.
ting,
What do
ting,
you
ting, ting,
mean?
ting.
No,
What else are you trying to? There's no long-term relationship in there, man.
you might
I
well
mean,
go and bleep
Then you
myself
hear what other
out,
stuff she said? She said she want a dude that can go to dinner with her and eat with her friends
man.
that's on the other side of the game. Old men,
No,
she's older men can't do that. They can't sit at the table with somebody that's homosexual or
she
fluid or
didn't
whatever. Oh,
listen. She didn't break down the full age of this stuff. Hey, she 51.
she's
Okay,
51 going on 52,
yeah.
man. Come on now.
Well, 50 to 45, she don't want to go to dinner, do this, do this. I don't think, me personally, do you suck balls and all? That's all. That's all. That's all I want to know.
I mean,
Man.
when you're that mature,
She is in Hollywood. I mean, she is in Hollywood, so who
yeah,
knows?
and she wants you to be okay with gender fluidity,
Yeah.
and be open and accepting. You know what I mean? She's probably doing. Everything is on the board. I mean, everything is on the table.
Boy.
But women are mature when they're older like this. So the childish stuff that we would have to deal with maybe with a
How is it?
younger
But how
woman,
is it?
even at 25, she could expose you to so many different things. You're 25-year-old dating a 51-year-old. You're going to learn some stuff if your eyes are open. That's an
Man,
opportunity for a young man to be with a woman like
man,
Tracy Ellis-Ross.
man, she's a Ross.
Put you on the whole new world. You in Hollywood
Listen,
too?
hold
You
on,
ready
hold
for
on,
that?
hold on. Once a
Yeah,
motherfucker,
you were like,
excuse my language. Once a person here, hold on, that Diana Ross daughter tossing up like that,
Man, she
boy,
51, man. Listen, man, she
boy,
51.
that's,
Ain't been
I
snatched
mean,
up
the
by
boy,
nobody.
prestige alone.
you
That's
gonna
what
change
you
your whole
tell.
life. I
She's
don't care,
51 going on 52, still single.
boy. I don't care if you was a hoe.
So, I mean, what does that? I mean, what does that really mean? I mean, you know what I mean? Maybe that
Yeah,
means she doesn't
That
settle for
means
less.
that
I mean, she's never going down a rabbit hole of marriage because that's expected of her.
she been getting bust down for years on end. And
yeah.
dudes be like, I ain't trying
But
to settle down. I ain't trying to
but
lock her down.
but this Tracy
But dudes
Ellis Ross.
infatuated, but y'all saying she still look good. But how long is that gonna last? We
No,
talked
you're
about the
not
pretty
hearing me.
privilege.
You know
We talk
you
about when is the expiration dates coming, whether
you're
you want
not
to believe it or
hearing.
not.
You're not
She
hearing
more
All
on
me.
the
right,
back end,
she is still enjoying
That's
pretty privilege, but
but she on the back end. She on the back end than
but
she is
she
on the
got
front end.
so much substance
that
outside of looks. I mean, this is a woman of character,
boy,
intelligent,
That's what you say
accomplishment,
when you're selling a dream. I know a
education.
boy.
dream when I
So
hear it.
she
I know
has
selling the dream.
she
Nigga,
has all of this
that's
stuff,
Tracy Ellis Ross. I
and
don't care what
and
nobody
she
say.
has beauty. You know what I mean? So she got the total package.
Nah,
She's
that's
just
just
a
saying because
little
y'all
bit
see it on
older.
TV. If you see a regular woman like that, if you meet somebody, you 23 or
Man,
51,
stop it.
man, bust
Stop
down.
it. I
You're
know,
not
hey,
settling down. You're not settling down with a
listen,
51-year-old. You
bro.
young. You not.
Bro, that hold on. Hold on. Cause I know, hey, you married, I'm married too. Nigga, that's
I'm talking about
Tracy
we
Ellis.
25. Go back to 25-year-old.
Boy,
I'm just saying.
I'm locking Tracy
I ain't
Ellis
locking it down. I
Ross.
know
Oh man, I don't care
if
what
I
you
can,
say.
if I'm 25, if
Nigga,
I can.
That's
She's not
Diana
a
I'm
Ross
down.
franchise player.
daughter.
She's not a franchise
I'm
player no more.
definitely
She not a
uh,
franchise player no more. She's
That's
not.
Diana
a
Ross
woman.
daughter. What do you mean? That's
So
Diana
you
Definitely
giving
is.
her the max deal?
Definitely is.
That's like Michael knocking
Yes.
down that's like Michael knocking down Elvis
Hey,
Presley. No,
Tom Brady. Hey, Tom Brady won a Super Bowl. LeBron James still producing. A woman with her value,
mm,
her skill set,
You don't
she
even
can
know
play
what her
like
skill set
LeBron.
is.
Like
She
this is
might
a
not even
perfect.
have the skill set. She just look like a
I'm
top player.
definitely
But she might not
giving.
have the skill set.
what's the skill set?
I'm definitely at 25 years old. I'm definitely gonna give her an interview. I'm trying to get on her team. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get
And
drafted
I
at
and I
this
and I'll
point
tell you
at
this: most
25. You
women
know what I
by that
mean?
time,
Let alone trying to sign her. I'm trying to get her to sign me.
and we know this from experience. Most women by that time, if they got skills, they getting locked down. They're going to get
Man,
franchised, right or wrong.
What?
Right or wrong?
No. I know men are silly. You know what I mean?
But they
think
will
they
lock down
gonna lock
skill.
something
They'll lock
down,
down skilled
but you
players.
try to
They
lock
will
it
lock
down,
down
and
skilled
you
players.
No, they won't.
I
no,
don't think she want to
they
be
will
locked down, in
try.
my opinion, though.
They
Nobody,
will
nobody
try.
lock.
I mean, like,
No,
no,
ain't nobody
of
locking
course,
I
down
don't
me
no
think she
too.
want to get locked down.
No, ain't nobody locking down no
Exactly.
skill
So
players
why
like
would you
that.
let somebody lock you down? Lock down tactics. You know what I mean? Getting her pregnant untimely. She's not letting it happen. She's protecting herself.
But she gonna
Others
blow a
like
head
that, like try
gasket.
to
She gonna blow a
emotionally
head gasket.
manipulate her.
How long does the engine? How
Is,
many miles is left on the engine? She gonna blow a
is,
head gasket, messing with them young
is it
bulls,
about
man.
is it about her or you?
At 25,
Is it about her or you?
exactly. You know
You
what
said
I mean?
what?
Like, can you at 25? I'm doing what I need to do to make her
What?
basically choose me. Goddamn it! At
Shit,
this point,
that's it.
At 25,
with somebody of that
I'm
prestige.
thinking I'm driving like Enterprise rental car. Turn it back in, bro.
So you think?
She 51,
Hold on.
Enterprise
So
rental, and
hold
get
on,
the
Mike.
insurance. And
So
get the insurance. Turn it
hold
back
on,
in.
Mike. So Mike, at 25, you think you would have been able to lock her down at 50?
Jay can attest to this. My mindset was different at 25.
No, I'm asking
I
you.
was
You ain't asking a question.
listen to what I'm saying. I'm looking at it like an NFL owner. You
Mm-mm.
51. What do you have left? You're not
Yes
a
or no?
franchise player.
Yes
No,
or no?
I'm not locking it down. No, no.
If I had the opportunity
No.
at
When I say
25,
lock,
I
no.
had
When I
sent.
say lock,
Maybe
when
a
I,
1 year
hold
deal.
on,
Maybe a
ho-
1 year deal. Maybe
hold
a
on,
one
hold
year
on,
deal.
hold on, John. When I say locking it down, if you have all the things that you say that you got, would you be able to hold her down or lock her down at 20?
Mm-mm. You know why? You know why? Because in another 5 to 10 years, you're gonna be 60 years old. You want to be a
No, no,
geriatric
no, 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 no,
boyfriend?
no. No, I think the Peel's question is: do you have the skills to knock them socks off?
Yes,
25.
100%. Yes,
At
yes,
25, the stamina was like
yes.
unlimited. You know what I
Was
mean?
insane,
I had extra
insane.
gear myself.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes.
Uh,
And like I'm telling you, I dated. Oh, I mean, I don't say I feel proud about it, but I dated older women. You know what they should say, man? Go to sleep, man. They say, I had enough. Okay, I get it. I get it. I
the good
get
old
it.
days.
Can you go to
I,
sleep?
I
I
think
get
you
it. Can
I
you go
think
to
you
sleep?
fully missed it. I think you fully missed
Man,
it. I know you
the
fully
only
missed it.
way, the only way I wouldn't be able to do it if she didn't got blue eyes, she done
They
been
told me
bust
bust
down
out
all the
my
way. It
head
ain't
beat.
nothing left.
Perfect timing.
It's like a coal mine, I guess. But what can
No,
you do
I
with
think
that? You know?
I'm even later in life. I ran into a situation like you would think, no, like nothing left on the bone, and it was probably the most traction I've ever seen or experienced.
But
Crazy.
how long would you keep it around for though?
I mean, like
You ain't gonna do long term. You
like
not.
physically,
So
the tread on the tire is like A1, like draft, like a
How
first
long is
round.
it gonna last for? How
Oh
much
no,
longer the
that
tire gonna
probably. I
last
mean
for?
that felt like eternity. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like it
Man,
would
okay. You said
it would take
it
so
it
felt
was
like
it would
eternity.
take years
so
of
so
chiseling
so you
to
wouldn't
get
think she would so you wouldn't
I want the truth. You
that was
can't
brand
handle
new.
the truth.
so
Man.
no nobody
She
thinks
might
she
well say living my life like it's golden, man, instead of bust down life, man.
so she
Living my
about
life like it's
False. That's
like
falsity.
so
Oh,
nobody
that's,
thinks she's marriage material, right?
I
You
do.
said
I
what?
definitely think right now.
But I'm
Uh,
saying the consensus is why she 51 and not married yet, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
she wasn't settling for less. She was waiting for me. That's what happened. That's how I
Yeah.
would approach the situation. If I met a 50-year-old woman with looks, talent, prestige, class, all of the above, a
Yeah,
complete healed woman, the
yeah,
why
for
she haven't
sure.
found
Look,
her soulmate because it's me.
look,
That's why.
and look, and they've been through all this other stuff, and they perfect man was right here in Arkansas. But
Exactly. That's the
yeah,
only thing. That's the reason
Then you
why,
mess
Mike, I
around,
feel like she hadn't found somebody at 51.
then you mess around, and you go in there. She got all kind of crazy stuff. She got Star Wars lightsabers.
yeah.
Just I can
I
play
like
Let's
with the
try
best
this.
of it. Put me in,
Let's
coach.
try this.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to
All
go.
right, that's right. All right.
Yeah.
No,
All
I
right,
just think
y'all.
you were scared of the outside opinions. You know what I mean? At
What's that?
25, you wouldn't be able to.
I just knew who I was at 25. It's like I know what time it is. She 51 on 25. She can't give me. She's lived life already.
I
All
mean,
she want to do. All she want to do is get buzzed down. That's
but guess
it.
what?
If you 51, date somebody younger, you cannot have. Just physically, are you gonna have a long term relationship with them? In
Yes,
10
of course.
years, you're gonna
Oh
be
yeah, of
Yeah, but
geriatric
course.
age.
that you just speaking
No,
it from
That's just
your
like when
state.
girls, when girls date old dudes, they say I'm gonna be a nurse wife or whatever.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
that's
See the
your
double
that's
standard, the
your
double
experience.
standard in that.
It's
yeah, but
just
guess
your
what?
experience. It's
Women
just
don't
your
stutter
experience.
out like men with the sexual performance or the physical looks. If you take care of yourself, you with money and
No
today's
matter how much
medicine
you
and
take care of
technology,
yourself, gravity, father time and gravity takes over. The things that
you know
you're
what I
looking
mean.
at
But
on Facebook
guess what?
is not
Those
gonna
are
be the
just
same.
looks. You gotta look like Vivica Fox. What's that? What's her name? Lisa
She
Ray
wanna play
just got.
Barbie doll. She
But
wanna
guess
play
what?
Barbie doll.
Lisa
Lisa Ray
Ray
starting
just
to
got.
fall off too.
Lisa Ray just got married. You know what I mean? Somebody took
Yeah.
off smart.
So you
Big
can tell me Lisa Ray can get married, but she can't. Tracy Ellis-Ross can't. That's what I'm saying.
no, we ain't say
And we know
that.
Lisa Ray have been bust down. We know Lisa Ray have been bust down. It's well documented.
Mm.
They told me bust out my AP. Perfect time.
That
But
doesn't mean
She
a
was in
woman.
Turks and Caicos. She was in Turks and Caicos
hey,
getting bust.
I know you. Hey, Mike, I know you try to change the narrative, but it's okay.
What you mean?
You
What
know what I
what
mean?
realistic expectation for a 51-year-old still in a dating game? What's the
As you,
expectation?
you, you just
What about
said she
like
got
same
married.
thing with a man? You know what I mean? You trying to
Yes,
sell
I'm with you. I'm with
you trying to sell used sausage. You know what I mean? At the draft, like
you. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah. So, all right, check this out. Tell me if this real or fake. A man car can attract a woman. Or a man can attract a woman with a nice car. How about that? Have y'all ever seen that before? Is that real or fake?
That's real.
there's
Oh, of
definitely
course.
there's so many
Yeah.
levels to
Oh yeah.
watching a man with a nice car. You know what I mean? You can assume he has good credit. He at least he had to have it to walk off the lot with it, so that
Yeah.
shows good financial decision making, or at least he can make it look like he make good for, like, some people can doctor up a credit report, or he had the cash to pay down, or he knows somebody with a nice car, so he's borrowing somebody's car, or his father's car that he's borrowing, and then he's just related to money. You know what I mean? So uh, it leads to a
Man,
lot of.
most girls don't care about none of this stuff. They don't ask about credit. They don't care about nothing. They just want to ride in your car. That's it. They just want to ride in your car.
Come on.
They don't care about none of that. I ain't never had no girl ask me, hey, what's your credit score? When we was younger, I never had no girl ask me that. What's your credit score? I never had no girl ask me that, man.
Sometimes they can see certain stuff, you know what I mean? So
Man, they about to see something else. But yeah, that's true, man. That ain't fake, man. Well, unfortunately, we live in a cruel world, man. We live in this vain world, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of how it go.
but a
People
girl
try to say it's not.
I've seen women with no car, you know what I mean, look down at a man with a car because it was a nice.
And you ain't got nothing. You ride the bus, however you get from point A to point B. Yeah. I mean, I've been somewhere and I didn't even say nothing. The girl just walked up and gave me a no. It's just stupid, man. Like, and this didn't even seem real. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen it with my own two eyes, like experienced it. So unfortunately, it's a vain world, but it happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
You
like,
know, it's
can
it
a
happens a
girl
lot.
huh?
with no job, 5 kids with a big booty attract a man? Yeah.
It's, and
Yeah.
that's one of the craziest things. I might sound like I was speaking away from things, but it's crazy how a woman could have nothing and a man would still try to give him something. But if a man don't have nothing, boy, you out there on the water by yourself. You got to
It
figure it out.
depends, man. If you got
No,
game, if you can talk, I mean,
ain't
I
no
seen it,
game.
Bill. I seen dudes
I
that got
seen it
nothing,
too.
got here
I
getting girls
seen it
pregnant. I'm
too.
talking about
Bro,
I mean, we're talking about
I
an average.
seen it
Like we're
too.
talking about
But
every
it's
skill
different.
set of a man. Like you know what I mean. Like yeah, some men got a gift of gab and they
Yeah,
gifted. You know what I mean with their
for sure.
mouthpiece. But like we're
Yeah,
not talking about men who can't. Like we're not talking about F's. We're not talking about F's and D's, and we're not talking about A's and S's. We're talking about like middle of the pack. You're a normal person. You got to have
yeah.
a certain amount. It's expected of you. And then guess what? If her father or her mother sees a picture of you and you're handsome, but you ain't got nothing going for yourself, they gonna have those judgments. You might get the
Oh,
prize
100%.
short term, but like you know,
Yeah.
like I say, Peel said, a girl can be living with her mama. You can come pick her up, and that's okay. But you living with your mama as a man, that's a problem.
Yeah, double standard,
Always.
100%.
It's always
Yeah,
gonna be a problem.
But I mean, if
yeah,
you're a man and you're trying to hold yourselves to a woman's standard, that's a problem too. You know what I mean? We play in different
100%.
divisions. That's like
Oh
these
yeah, 100%.
like a man trying to compete women basketball or women swimming, talking about like, I hold me to the same standard. Well, you're a man, you're stronger, you're faster. Uh, you know,
Yeah, for sure.
That,
So, go ahead. What you want to say, P? If I go to the next one.
oh no, go ahead.
So, top three decisions a person will make in life. Agree or disagree? I'm gonna throw it down there in the thing. Career choice. Y'all think that's a top three decision a person to make in their life? Their
yeah,
career choice.
yeah, but
Yeah,
it starts earlier than that. But yes, that's one of them.
yeah,
Yeah. You agree, Pill?
yeah.
When do you think now, based off what we know from we know now, when do you think kids should start working on their career choice? When do you think, if looking back on hindsight?
Probably.
I'm gonna say probably about 10th grade, 19th grade, they need to start thinking about some stuff. You know what I'm saying? At least have like a top five or something. You know what I'm saying? At least like
I,
a top five or top 10.
like,
Do the research.
I
Where you
think
got time to do the research? Because it get hard
it,
as you become an adult. If you wait to the last minute, when you come, it becomes harder to do the research because you so trying to keep up with living and stuff like that. But if you
yeah,
on
I
free
think
time,
you
you
know,
know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
we need to get that out of our head. It's not a last minute. If you
Yeah,
alive, you breathing, it's still time. We need to get
yeah,
a lot of people say, "Well, I missed it." That was in
yeah,
high school. Like you didn't
yeah.
miss nothing. It's another opportunity. Get the next.
Mm,
But
yep,
some people are
yep.
like, well, you know, you got to do it before it's too late. You know, it's not too late
it
because
ain't too
people use
late,
that
but
as
the
excuse.
road is. It seems like the mountain is
But
steep
that's
if you
but
wait.
that's just I completely understand difficulty, but that's just an
Yeah,
excuse not to do something. It's too late,
I get it. I
and
get
that's
Like,
it.
putting
But I'm saying if
pressure.
you could teach kids to
like,
avoid it if they can be
That's
uh,
putting too much
ahead. They can
pressure
get that
on
momentum.
kids.
like
Tell them
me.
you decide now. Go ahead, Peel.
Yeah, like me personally. Like for the kids, I want them to once a young, well, once somebody's older than them, put that little it put that little seed. It might be like sixth or seventh grade. That's when I saw
That makes sense. I'm with you.
it.
That
I think
makes
I got
sense.
And
a different take, but go
but
ahead.
and I think it's before that too. But
Man, listen.
once you hit like seventh, eighth, ninth grade, or maybe even 10th grade,
For sure.
you'll see like the seed that was planted, like the stuff
So
that
do
we
y'all
learned, the stuff that excuse me,
Like
like
here,
go
like
ahead.
well, here's
the,
mine. Like here's my
hold
answer
on,
though.
John. The stuff that we was uh stuff that was planted when we was kids, we didn't even see it till we was like 24, 25 years old. We saw a little bearing of fruit even when
What
we
I
was
learned
17,
is
18. But
what I
yeah.
learned is if you're not learning something like that, what are you learning then? Because we just saw kids in Conway at Tulsa Park waving guns in the air at the thing. But you saying it's too much pressure for them to learn about a career, but they
That
I
ain't
think
had
you
nothing to do with it.
you misunderstood what I said. You said do it before too late. It's too late.
yeah,
Saying
for
making
sure.
statements like make the
Yeah,
choice now before it's too late puts too
yeah.
much pressure. It makes them
No.
seem like it's a deadline. If you don't have this accomplished by 22, 21, you're dead in the water. it's over for
No,
you.
you're not dead in the water.
No,
But
no,
what
you
can
just
happen
said
is you
it's
could
too
be
late. We're
45
talking about a
doing
ninth grade kid
something.
talking about it's too late. Get them before it's too late. That was the only thing I said was pressure on somebody. You know what I mean? Because it's 50-year-old, 60 years old people in college. You know what I mean? Changing
But
their
this dude's out here. But this dude's out here getting jail time.
Look,
They
look,
young. They thinking about robbing people.
exactly.
look,
So
and
it's not.
that's
It's
one.
not.
That's one of the biggest things that I was trying to tell. Like even y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like I saw it from the beginning. I saw it from the beginning, and people that's like us, yeah, we get shitted on a lot of time because we don't know. It's not that we don't care. It's like, nigga, it's like you. Everybody don't have that that comforting time where we're like, damn man, hey man, shit fucked up. Excuse my language, y'all. Shit fucked up, man. Let me talk to Pops. Let me talk to Grandma. Let me talk to my mom. Let me talk to somebody. And that shit
But
just be
a lot
no,
of people don't
listen.
want to do that though. Go ahead.
No,
I'll tell you why. I'll
listen,
tell you.
listen, that shit be so fucked up. Like they really don't have nobody to talk to. And then the ones they talk to, you'll see like, oh, damn, they calm down. Like we gotta start being more appreciative to the ones that stop more than the ones that really do go out there and do some bullshit because they know the ones that really stopped it, the ones that stopped doing something, those are the ones because the little stuff that everybody else doing, it ain't nowhere near what that person was about to do. It was nowhere near. Like man, hey, sometimes, hey man, hey, sometimes these little motherfuckers need some hugs. You know what I'm saying?
Thugs for thugs.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Believe
damn.
for sure.
Like, hey, and when I say
What I'm
hugs,
saying is, what I'm telling them is like, if you can learn some stuff on
hey,
YouTube, you can
dap,
do. You get some other stuff. There's
no,
all kind of stuff out
no,
there now.
dap them
Yes.
motherfuckers up. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
So I'm gonna ask you this: do you think the song is affecting? Do you think the song is planting seeds in kids?
Man, no. No,
You don't think so?
hold on.
Yeah,
Hold
you thought about that, did you?
on. No, cause
No, I got a thought on the age and influence. Go ahead.
yeah, I want people to really realize, like, those that went and watched Sinners, it showed a full breakdown. It showed a full breakdown of how music really was the correlation of everything.
Shout out to Sinners. Go watch. Go
Go
watch.
watch it.
Man,
I'm trying to
crazy
tell you.
man.
Like,
You mean to tell me that dudes was
man,
wearing locs before Easy E came out? Dudes was wearing locs before Easy E came
man,
out?
they been wearing them. They been
Man,
No,
well,
no,
wearing them.
no.
Easy E,
So
man.
that this a whole nother the conversation, but art represents life first.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that just bought the LA lifestyle to Little Rock, Arkansas by TV. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's pop culture. That's gonna happen.
But did it
Hey,
plant seeds in people though?
guess what? The
Listen,
Kardashians planting seeds in people. I mean,
Yes,
man,
I agree. I agree.
listen.
things
Every,
happen. So
every,
like
every.
the first question, you know what I mean, like with age, I think 4 or 5 kids need to like, hey, have a plan. Like say, I want to be a scientist. I want to be a doctor. Kids play pretend. Your kids need to pretend they want something, have a dream, right? And then that's defined and chiseled into something practical. Like, well, I ain't gonna be a doctor.
Right.
That's too much school.
Mm.
When they start learning stuff, because that triggers their learning. Because you want to do something. I want to be a fireman. So every time the teachers are teaching something about firemen or something, they're interested in that. That sparks curiosity. So they see something else, and it needs to keep happening throughout your schooling. Like it needs to change when you go to junior high. It needs to change when you're high school. The more information you take in, the more that should be changing and adapting. Your counselor should be playing a part in that as well.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everything isn't going to be pure production. Kids need to dream. If basketball's their thing, sports teach them to work hard for their goals.
And that's hey John, that's what I've been saying. Like when you watch that movie Cinema, it showed. Hey, you remember how they what hold on. The basketball goal, that's what they showed. But not knowing where did he get it from. Man, it shows so much. And when I say that, like y'all have to excuse me, because I will get a little bit more deep into it. But people gotta understand you are bigger than what you think you are.
100 for sure.
And now it's gonna show. Like you ain't got to hide. Like being a nerd was never wrong.
It didn't mix
It
with the
was
hood.
never wrong.
It didn't mix with the hood though.
But I mean, who's to say
did.
that? I mean, I didn't really see a nerd being persecuted at all in my
Right.
entire life.
Okay.
Like I never saw. Like I was a square.
I never seen a gang member slap a book out of a person to go into school hands in my life.
Come on now.
No, I'm saying I didn't been picked on. I know it's out there. It
Yeah.
happened. So
I mean, I didn't pick. No, of course I've been picked on, but it was not for being like a nerd. I mean, just for being different. Your clothes.
I'm just telling my experience. I'm just telling you my experience. Like when I was at Dunbar, 7th grade, yes, didn't fit in at all.
But I mean, but that's
Had the
because
glasses and everything.
So I
There
mean,
was some suckers. You
I
know,
mean, because
you can't blame
that's
suckers.
That's fine. I'm not saying they was or they wasn't. I'm just saying what it was though. It is what it is.
But like you gotta like, okay, I had to take accountability. Like when I had glasses and wrinkled pants, they're gonna talk to me about me for being having wrinkled pants. Not because I made all A's. They're not talking about me. Hey, this dude made all A's. Let's talk about him. You know what I mean? They talk about my wrinkled pants, or I was musty one day. I was musty one day.
I'm telling you, I've heard it before. I've heard dudes get roasted because they try to go to school and stuff. I've heard that. So.
Nah,
I've never heard that in my life.
Like
okay.
my
I've
teacher,
never heard somebody come back. I made the honor roll. Oh, look at this. Point Dexter. This looking dude. I've never seen it in my life.
Like my teacher, I'm still friends with her today, and that's my favorite teacher to this day. Y'all, I don't know if y'all seen it. You know when Boosie hugged his teacher.
Yeah, I saw that.
Man, that's how I felt about Miss Cofield. And I was in like second. No, I don't think I was in 3rd grade. That's how I felt. Like after all the shit I went through in my life, that was the teacher. She fresh out of college. So can't nobody tell me like, no, you can't do this, you can't do this. And I still tried to keep in contact with. But guess what? Life started life.
My kindergarten teacher saw me in Walmart.
Like that. Hey man,
Your kindergarten teacher saw you at Walmart. That's funny.
In Walmart, I was 25 or 26 years old. She recognized me right off the bat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How is that even possible? Like I probably quadrupled in size.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And know me by name. She know me by name.
Yeah. So the second choice. The second choice you make in your life is spouse. Agree or disagree?
It's in the top 3, but I don't think it's maybe I don't think it's number 1 or number 2. I mean, I think it's number 2 or number 3. I don't
Yeah,
think
I'm
it's
about to say
much
about
of it.
3. Yeah,
It's
about 3.
extremely important. It's definitely in the top 5, number 2
Yeah.
or number 3.
Easily
Because
3.
if you
Yeah.
have to have people have to have intimacy, family, and if you choose those routes, like you know what I mean, if you choose to have a wife, um, that's extremely important. If you choose to love somebody romantically and go into business with them, I mean, you're swapping DNA with them. You're making a
What do you
child
think?
with your DNA in
What do you think
theirs.
the best qualities that you need to look for? That if you was talking to a young dude, the qualities that he would need to look for if he
Man.
to have the best chance. I'm not saying it's gonna be perfect, but it's the best chance
The
of
best
success.
chance. Well, hold on. I take this one, John. The
Moral
best
character. But
chance.
go ahead.
The best chance to have someone that's really like minded like you. When I say like minded, you have to be on a one accord. Like as far as the discipline, talking. Talking is more,
Communication, right?
yeah, I guess that's what you say. Communication.
Yeah.
Cause everybody can't communicate the same way. But you can't be just it just depends on the type of child that you have. Some kids they understand more talking. Some kids you be like, hey, I whooped them up for one time. And that was it. But
What do
Different,
you
yeah,
think
that
about
was it.
Spock?
similar
That was
What do
it.
you
parenting
think?
styles. I think yeah. That's
Yeah,
because they're gonna be raising your kids with you. You know,
yeah. I know for me, right? I remember like genetics is a big thing for me, right? Genetics. Are they sickly all the time? I'm a detailed person anyway. I'm like a detailed person. Are they sickly all the time? Probably won't work. You know what I'm saying? Height wise, I'm vain. Height wise, you know what I'm saying? I'm tall. I want to give my kids the best chance to succeed in the world because I know how it is for short dudes. You know what I'm saying? How girls look at short dudes and stuff. So best chance, right? Um,
you're making them targets.
yeah. Then I know most girls you could be opposite, but their thing. Me and my wife, we are totally opposite, but we agree on. It's a middle part that we agree on. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes us different because she totally opposite of me, but it's things that we're similar on. You know, with like finances and like people say discipline, communication. But she had to get used to who I was because Mike said when I first got married, I was so used to talking to my brothers, I had to modify that. But two people that are flexible though, like, are you able to modify yourself for the betterment of yourself? You know what I'm saying? Dealing with another person. Sometimes that's hard for some people to do because they're rigid. But if you get two people that are flexible in their mindset, I think you can go pretty far. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be flexible though.
You gotta have solid boundaries as well. You know what I mean? You can't be flexible
Yeah,
on
100%.
they
I'm,
going for anything. You so flexible. You know what I mean? You easy breezy. But like with me, I think moral character and core values. We can be different
Uh,
personality wise
yeah,
because everybody
yeah,
differences make people interesting. Because you're showing me
yeah,
new things about your life, and I'm showing you new things about mine. But the core values, faith, and morality is
yeah.
need to be on the same page. Because some
Like if you
people,
struggle with forgiveness, marriage will be tough for you. If you struggle with forgiveness, it's gonna be tough for you. You know what I'm saying?
and then, well, some I mean, like, and you gotta set boundaries.
Yeah,
What you gotta know firsthand. This offense, I got it's gonna be hard, but I'll forgive. But it's some stuff. If that person does that, you got to know you can walk away totally. You know what I mean? You abuse some kids, and cheating and stuff like that. It's no, I mean, there's no forgiveness. There's no wiggle room. You did
mm,
something to the child. It's over.
yeah, it
You
it
know what I
really
mean?
is.
You have to
most
have
people
your
that
hard
most
boundaries.
people that's extreme like that, they'll show you that
No,
over
no.
time if you
You have to
before you
say
get
that
married.
in your head. They're like,
Right, for sure.
because it's a sneak up on you. And you'll find yourself supporting somebody that you promised the Lord that you will support through some evil, wicked stuff. So that's a very important core
It's a
value.
vow, yeah. That's why you gotta
So
learn
knowing
before, right?
somebody
Before you make the vow.
what they will and won't do. You know what I mean? People are going to be selfish because you got to protect yourself first. You got to put your own air mask on before you put somebody else's on. But those, like you might say, they were different, but their core values on finance, on religion, on family are the same. They're locked in on those things. You know what I mean?
And we're
How they
both
may be different,
yeah.
but their feelings and their deep down beliefs are the same. I think that is, and somebody's that's going to build you up, not tear you down. You don't want to
Yeah,
take her.
and we're
Somebody
both we're
always
both was
taking
willing to
from
grow.
the pot.
I think that's the thing too. Like even though you're one accord, but the more that individually that you grow, the more that one accord becomes stronger. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Man,
You have to both grow at the same time. Like I can't worry about like I have to
right,
work on myself just like she has to work on herself. I can't tell her what to work on. Like when you have somebody that's like, you know what, I need to work on this, that makes a difference than you trying to tell them what they need to
like,
work because that'll come off offensive. You know what I'm saying?
one thing I always want people to understand: you can work on everything else, but you gotta face those demons at some point.
Yeah, that's Bible, man. Paul had
No,
demons. You know what
no,
God told him?
hey,
You gotta
listen,
throw them aside.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Everybody got
I get
struggles, but you
that
gotta
part,
live with your struggles. Yeah.
bro. I get that part. I get it. I get it. I mean,
When
100%.
I'm saying when you date somebody, you have to understand that that person has some struggles that you may they not even gonna tell you. You gotta have discernment to know what they deal with.
And
You
Yeah,
gotta
like
have discernment. Like
a lot
you
of
gotta be able to see it without
a
having to
lot of
point it out to them. Yeah.
a lot of stuff, it remains dormant. You know what I'm saying? And we try to forget it. Try to try to say, hey man, we can do this, we can do that. Like
Everybody got
I ain't
struggles.
gonna lie to you, man. But bro, it's gonna happen. Trust me.
yeah, I mean,
As person that had to deal with it, bro, it's gonna happen.
and like what Mike said, personal growing at the same time. Y'all growing at the same time, but y'all going to grow in different rates. This person might
For
be
sure.
growing spiritually while you're growing educationally. You know what I mean? You're furthering your career, you're getting skills, or and it makes the more skills you gain on the left side and the more skills she got gain on the right side, the household has
You're
these
stronger.
skills
Yeah,
as a whole. Like, you know what I
for
mean?
sure.
Don't be afraid to lean on your wife's expertise or your husband's
Right.
expertise. You know what I mean? You're an
Right.
accountant. You know what I mean? You're this or you're that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to
That's
try
true.
to diagnose myself. You're a nurse. You know what I mean? That's what you're
Exactly.
strong in. You know what I mean? And let them grow in their strength. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
learn from their strength. Seek understanding. Like if they're really good at finances, you not learn, get better from finances. Sometimes you got to be a
But
student in your own house first. So
100%.
like
Yeah.
like one of my biggest things is I always try to tell people like you can run and escape from it all you want to, but you still gonna have to come face to face exactly what you running from. I don't care what it is.
What if you're not running from it? What if you're just dealing with it? What if you're not running from it?
Man, listen, you running from it.
Why? Why do you think you're running from it?
who running?
I don't know why they running from it, but you always
Yeah.
gonna have to face. Like when you go to bed at night, you're gonna have to face it.
Anybody got flesh on their skin gonna have to face it, bro. That's just part of having flesh on your skin.
But
We all was born in
it
sin, bro. Everybody.
like it's
I'm taking 6 Benadryl a night, man. I'm trying to get away from these dudes.
Boy said he taking a 357. He said 6 minutes. It's called a 357 Magnum.
Boy, you know what I mean?
yeah, but
Chase with a little Patron, and then that's it. You know what I mean?
yeah, but
Yeah, what's
you
his
know,
top three? Home purchase. What about
boy,
top
you
three? Home purchase.
yeah, boy, what
I
you
wouldn't
say?
put that.
Like
I wouldn't put
he
that in the
run
top
from
three.
he
It's in the top two.
even though like you can be running from it all your you can run from it all your life, and it's gonna be a niece or nephew or cousin that's gonna come to you and talk to you and to say exactly what you've been running from. They gonna come to you and talk to you, be like,
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you, do you think God can deliver you from something?
Yeah, God, no matter what you call it, yeah, you can be delivered,
Okay.
and it's gonna take some time.
You just got to reach
Sure.
out for the help. You know what I mean? Reach out to God's unchanging hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
You
it. Like, but that's
got to
what
find you
that's what I don't know if it's
right the
I
belly.
don't know if I'm wrong or if I'm right, but I don't want all the knowledge that we got or somebody else got. We just keep it to ourselves. Yeah, everybody ain't ready for it right now. But when the
Yes, sir.
time, but when the time comes, yeah, they'll be ready for it. They'll be ready for it. You can't get everybody that. You can't get everybody that. It's a reason why.
All right. What you think about home purchase?
It's in the
Is
top
that in the
10.
top three?
Um,
You don't think that's in top three the way now, the way things going? Man, you crazy. People out
nah,
here getting these adjusted rate mortgages, man. Man,
it's a big decision.
boy.
Um,
Yes.
I got a pretty good interest rate. My credit was actually pretty good.
But you didn't get no adjustable. You didn't get no adjustable rate.
Fixed.
People out here get adjustable rate. Like, do you know what that is?
It's a balloon payment. It's gonna like
That's like
your
playing
mortgage.
roulette, man. That's
It's
like
gonna
playing
change
roulette.
one day. So
Man, somebody had a mortgage, said it was 3,800. It went to 7,200. And I think too, people don't realize about escrow. They don't understand about escrow too. Depending on where you live at, you want to go live on the Heights, you want to go live on Cantrell, and you don't know the real estate tax is probably $5,000 a
what?
year plus your mortgage.
Especially
And
in the
insurance.
new bill, they don't hit you with the property
Yeah,
tax first year.
no,
You
yeah, that's what the woman said. I was talking about. She said when they got her house, they assessed it on just the land. Then she got a letter saying the escrow shortage of like 25 racks, tax shortage because they assessed the house on the land. You know what I'm saying? So
and
man,
they
it's
do it by the
crazy.
square feet and the area you
Yeah,
in.
man.
So, but I mean,
Then
it's a
you
big
gotta
decision. You got to make it anytime you
100%.
invest in cars or anything that you have to finance.
Yeah, 30-year mortgage, boy. That's you locked in, man. You know what I'm saying?
But like
Man,
career,
I,
your career
I
is
was
gonna
in
be
credit union.
it affects your eating every day. Your
Yeah.
spouse affects your day-to-day life. Um,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like,
I see
like,
home purchase in the top 10. I wouldn't put it on the top three.
I mean, if you don't like, no, I should say this too. I don't want to be a manager, but if you don't want to be a leader, man, don't get
What
married,
else we
man, because
got?
it's gonna challenge you. And let's see what we got. Oh, we talk about the job stuff now.
hold on, hold on. We
Location, location
hold
where
on.
your
We
kids are going to get go to school. Is it's a big.
like
Home
we
purchases
talk
to me is a
talk
big
about
thing.
talk about home shit. Like, I want these young folks to understand that you have people that was really fighting for some shit in the early 1900s to 30s, 40s, 50s.
What are they fighting for?
Man, for some ownership. The
Yeah,
shit
but
that
see the
we
thing,
the shit that we already own, and then now we gotta buy that shit back.
even after you own it, you gotta pay taxes on it.
Yeah, but it ain't the taxes part that we're worried about.
The thing I'll tell you about
However,
kids about the thing about owning a home is a lot of times I don't know if y'all see it like I see. When I got a house, I was thinking like, how much do you really need to have realistically to own a house? When you think about the
Man,
maintenance and
it was the
you you
taxes.
you making just enough to pay the mortgage and the freaking hot water heater blow out. So
you
Oh,
now you
make
got to pay a
well, you
it
mortgage
was
made
the
plus get that bill.
taxes.
if you make
People
just
are
enough
doing
to
people
pay
are
a mortgage.
doing that though.
It,
I mean,
Most
yeah,
people
exactly
are
because you're
making
not
just
taught.
enough.
You know what I mean?
it
You're
was
not
over.
taught to to kind of downscale. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Give
for sure.
yourself some wiggle room when you finance stuff like that. Because when you budget so tight, I can afford this, but a few $100s left over, that cushion's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be ate up so quick.
Boy, ate up so quick, man. Then you got to learn. Sometimes, in order to negate that cost, you got to learn how to fix stuff on your own. You know what I'm saying?
No,
You got to be kind of mechanical.
For
You know what I'm saying?
sure.
listen.
If you want to negate the cost.
When I was
Just at what time? I gotta fix my refrigerator now.
yeah,
He said, I got to fix the refrigerator. Man,
listen,
because you go look. What you about to say, Bill?
listen, and that's why I was trying to tell people, like, if you really want to break this shit down, like, you know, Nana, Granny, Granny had a house, but it was just a house that everybody chill at, but nobody was paying attention to, okay, shit, how much it costs to keep this shit up.
Right.
She
Exactly.
passed away in '09 or
Yeah.
2000 or 99,
Yeah. For sure.
2000. So
I
somebody got to
mean,
pay it. No,
even when you buy a house, you got to furnish that thing. Keep it furnished. That
listen,
costs money.
listen. But everybody, hey, Uncle was doing that.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Uncle doing that. So that's what I want people to understand. Like, no, it was people that was doing this before you even thought about it.
Amen. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah. And nobody's saying
I'm
that.
not
Nobody's saying they not.
No,
But I'm
and
talking to the kids now, like, and then having your
no,
own place, man.
listen,
What?
I'm trying to tell you. While everybody else, me, you, and everybody else was doing all this other shit, they was doing this. So when the motherfucker try to tell you this is how this shit go, man, you might want to start this.
exactly.
You
That's
might
what I'm
want to
trying to
start
say.
this. Like for real.
I completely agree with you.
Like for real. Like, hey man, we can do wrong. All we did wrong the
Hmm.
whole time.
Yeah, everybody did wrong. I'm not. That's the whole
You
thing we're
don't
trying
know.
to tell people to
Sometimes
think.
you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah,
Right.
but once you
But if
start,
somebody can give you insight, so you do know, that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. If somebody can give you insight,
Amen, brother.
Just imagine once you got the insight
because
and
I'm saying Hov did that. I'm telling you,
no
so you don't have to do that. You know what
you
I'm
you
talking about?
Hopefully,
got hey once you
you
got the insight once you got the insight in senior year, this is what people was dealing with in 7th, 8th, 9th grade.
Right.
That won't like I want people to
But
really
but, but
think.
when we was talking about that, I said you have to your best asset in that situation is your choices and decisions to
uh,
try to get out of that
your asset,
situation
Yo,
without putting
listen.
yourself in
your
legal
asset is
trouble.
your time. I mean, you know what I mean. And what you do
Right.
with your
Choices
time,
and decisions.
yeah. So you got to make
Yeah.
Your
sure.
choices and
But
decisions.
it
100%.
sound it sounds so easy.
Oh yeah. Ooh, it sound.
It's
Woohoo.
Yeah.
easy. It sounds
Okay.
Woo.
easy.
Yes,
But
sir.
you can make
Rebar.
something hard or complicated. You can make something hard or
No, it,
complicated.
it it's always been complicated. But 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 for those
But how do you make it simple?
man, to make it simple is you really have to listen.
Right.
No, when I say really have to listen, like I didn't have no head start. We didn't have no head start. But people forgot during those times. That's why you don't see the family gatherings. That's why you don't see it like no more. You don't see it like no more.
Because people, man, don't want to pay the dues, man. That stuff
No,
costs money,
no.
Bill.
It ain't about the dude. It was never about the
So
money.
how do you cook the
It
food then?
was
How do you get the food to cook?
listen, it was never
How do you get the drinks
it
if
was
nobody
never
pay
about the
dues?
money.
No.
That's when people when you incorporate money in that shit,
And
that's
then
when
people
they
spaced out, and then people move. They spread out. They move.
boy
One people understand stay on
it
this
ain't
side of
never stopped
town.
nobody. It ain't never stopped nobody.
Man, listen. when that
It
money
ain't
get tight
never.
and you start thinking
It ain't
about the
never.
gas, your lifestyle is kind of based around your job and
It
your
ain't
commute home and stuff
never.
like that.
Never.
I'm trying to tell you, okay,
No, I'm
okay.
trying to tell you.
If you only making
I'm
just
trying to
enough,
tell you.
if you only making just enough, your means allow you to do
That's
so
it.
much.
That's
You don't
it.
want to do nothing extra. I'm not saying
That's
it's right
it.
or wrong. I'm just telling you how
No,
it is. That's all.
that's it. If it's just enough, well, goddamn it, make just enough to come down home. Just make
It's just like
just enough
it's
to
just like.
come back down home.
But some
Just
people
say
don't
you
got
don't want to
enough. That's
come.
what I'm trying to
Just
tell you.
hey, just say
Some
you
people
don't
don't got
want to.
enough.
Just say you don't want
Some
to come
people
down
don't got
home.
enough. Some people
Just
don't got enough. That's what I'm trying to
listen.
tell you.
No, if you don't got enough, just say you don't got enough. Cause somebody gonna help you. But just say you don't got enough.
And sometimes that not always the case, man.
It always the case. It's always
Okay.
just say you ain't got enough, and if you say you ain't got enough, guess what?
So if you
Don't
got if you don't got enough, but you got your family like is in Forest City, most of your family is in Forest
yeah.
City,
Open
and you
line
have
of
to drive,
communication.
and you have to
Open
drive to Forest City. Do you
open
have a car that's reliable that can make it to
open
Forest
line of
City and back?
communication. It's an
That's what
open
I'm trying
line
to
of
tell you. But what I'm
open
saying
line
is,
of
do you
communication.
have a car that can make it back and through there and back that reliably without blowing the hedge, without blowing the radiator? You see what I'm saying?
Open
Do you
line of
have the
communication.
money? Do you have the money to go down
Hold
there?
on.
Food to pay
Open
for your
line of
food and stuff.
communication. Have you talked to anybody? Open line of
You said what?
communication.
Some people don't. You don't know what their families be. Sometimes it be family beefs.
No,
Nobody
no,
talking
nigga,
about.
no. You gotta have that open
I hear
line of
what you're saying. I
communication.
get what you're saying. I'm just saying some of the stuff I done seen in real life. Just people be struggling, man.
Yeah.
Like
No, they talk to
and
who they want to talk to,
that's true. That's true too.
but the open line of communication.
Yep.
Hey, I can't tell them motherfuckers like, hey, you shouldn't talk to them. You shouldn't talk to me. Oh
Man,
man,
that come down to choices and decisions. People make their own
that's
choices and
it.
decisions. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. And that's
This is
all
it.
it boils down to.
All right. Now, if we talk about the job stuff, I think kids need to hear this. Corporate topic, general situations people deal with on the job. Y'all ready for this? It say politics and PR games that's being played daily. Whether you wanted it to or not, it's being played daily on the job. Politics and PR games. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
People glazing people. Oh man, it's the best manager I ever had. Man, you good, man. You the coolest manager, man. You know what I'm saying?
So
The politics, he cool. They go to church together. That's why he got up to being a manager. They go to church together. That's his third cousin. You know what I'm saying?
That's how the game is played on all day. It's all about
Yeah,
relation
yeah, for sure.
and reputation. You know what I mean?
Boy, for real. 100%. And I used to be against it. I'm still am. I really don't even care about politics, but I understand that that's just what's going on. Whether I like it or not, it's there. It is what it is.
It's always business.
Oh yeah,
Never
people don't
personal.
like sometimes
Can't put your
sometimes
emotion into it.
their weaknesses, and that's where we develop preferences. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
we don't like something, that's our preference. You know what I mean? Or we fear something, or we're not good at something. You know, I don't like basketball. Is that because you can't play it? You know what I mean? So sometimes you gotta look at the root
But
reasoning
we
behind.
know some dudes that could play basketball, and because of politics and PR, the coach wouldn't let them play. Like they
a
They
do.
walked
lot of
out in the
people.
game
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot of
You
people.
know what I'm saying?
A lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
because they didn't play the game. You know what I mean? They just want. Hey, they
Yeah.
wanted to. They did their
Sometimes
hand.
the person they didn't get
I'm
him a chance to play the game either, though. That's what I'm
gonna
saying.
Do
I'm
do
gonna let
y'all?
I'm gonna let my game speak for itself. But you never got on the
Yeah.
court because
Exactly.
you have to have the balance. You know what I
Like
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you say all the time, you got to sell yourself.
You
like
do.
I love Coach McKinney, but I don't love him. I don't love him, but he cool. He cool with the
Oh
whatever.
man.
Like
Yeah.
I know he didn't know what it. Like boy, your time was done. Like when I came to McClellan, I'm just a young scrub. but I call everybody scrub. You know, really the dopest motherfucker on out there. But that motherfucker didn't know what he had. I said, man, you got Corey Brown. Hold on, you got Corey Brown. You got Green. You got motherfucker Too Tall, Devin Connigan, Jamar Blackman. You got motherfucker Plant. You got Roman Brown. Man, a whole solid fucking team.
But you know who they ran up against? Because I was on the manager on the team. You know who they
Man,
ran
I
up
already
against though?
know it.
They ran up against another solid team.
No, they know they ran against it. They ran against Jordan.
Boy, I watched that game. I was on the bench watching. I was like, man, this is
And that's
crazy.
what I'm telling y'all.
Man.
Like, no, Joe was probably no more than he wasn't even no more taller than me.
No, he was 6'8".
No, listen, Joe wasn't that tall.
And, and junior high, he was like 6'4". He was about to turn 6'4",
Joe wasn't
6'5".
that damn tall, bro.
And junior high, he was giving. He got his
Bro,
growth spurt
wasn't
about
that
ninth
tall.
grade.
He wasn't that tall. He wasn't that tall. And he wasn't even on the starting lineup like that.
Something happened. You know. So
He's
another
like
thing on the
dog.
job.
But
Hmm?
I know, man, listen, everybody knows. Like Henderson was a team. He'll tell you. That's what made him step his game up. And then once once that motherfucker Joe and that motherfucker said the car got there and done, boy, it was over. It was over.
But on the job though, how do you deal with politics on the job though?
I
You
don't
talking
talk
to a
about
young
it.
boy.
I don't talk
Yeah,
about
don't
it.
talk about it. You just gotta
Don't talk
observe.
about
You gotta
none of
watch
this
and
shit.
learn. You gotta watch and observe, man. You gotta
No,
watch
you
and
don't talk
observe.
about none of this shit.
You don't have to talk about it. I'm saying watch
No,
and
you don't
observe to
talk
see
about
how
none
it's
of
being
this.
played.
Don't talk
You gotta
about
know how the
none of this
game.
shit. It ain't no
You're not listening to what I'm
industry.
saying. I'm not saying talk to somebody about it, but you got to understand what you're
Don't talk
navigating through.
about
That's what I'm
none
saying.
of it. No, don't talk about none of it.
You're not
You
listening to
are
what I'm saying. I ain't saying talk about. I said understand what you're dealing with. Like understand what's the landscape of what you're dealing with. That's what I'm saying. Don't talk to
you
nobody about nothing, but you
you
gotta know
you
what you're
already
dealing
got to
with.
know it before you even get in the job field. You know what I'm
Some people
saying?
don't. You'd be surprised. They don't. Some people don't, man. They be kind of naive to the game. You know what I'm saying? So you'd be surprised.
Hey, hey,
Hmm?
once you go into the job field, you listen. You got to go through your difficult times. You know, you go through your
Yeah, you
little,
gotta persevere. You gotta have that
uh,
perseverance. You're gonna go through some difficult times.
yeah, go through your little working in.
There's no job. I don't think there's no job that it ain't gonna be no difficult times. You know,
Now
I ain't never seen it. You know what I'm saying?
go through your working in the
Pill, we gonna get
fast
we gonna
food.
get
No,
monetized. Turn the music
oh
sick
my
up. We
bad,
get
my bad,
monetized.
my
Oh, you
bad. You
good?
go
You good?
go through your little fast food phase and go through your little fast food phase. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, start working for yourself.
The next one is mind games being played and how to navigate it at the job. This happens a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just see it forming, but some people they don't even know they getting played. They get mind games being played, man. I see this happen a lot, man. Manager tell you, yeah, man, we're gonna take care of you, man. We're gonna take care of you. What that mean? You gonna
Yeah,
take care of you. Like you won't put that on paper or you just talking, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
You know,
Like
mind games, man.
I
Boy.
try not to get it. I try not to get too deep into it. Like I, I'm raised a little bit different than everybody else. Like I got that I got that Louisiana mixed with the Arkansas. Like it's a little bit different from me, and that's why I always Like I be trying to tell you, like bro, I was raised a little bit different from everybody else. Like I'm just waiting on everybody else to catch up. And
Oh man, I see mine. I look at it like a chess game. I'm like I could do it like play by play, like NBA game. It's like, oh, this what we finna do. Okay,
yeah, and
let's
that's why
play.
that's to the day. That's why I hate chess. I hate
What's that?
chess. I hate chess.
I love chess
No, because
because you really got to think about the move. You really got to
no,
think about what you're doing. You could lose
no,
one move. You can lose the whole game.
it just makes you a bad person. Me personally.
Okay, that's fine. I get it.
No,
No argument here,
no. Listen,
huh?
it just makes you a bad person once a
Okay.
person start playing shit.
No,
Cause I
no.
can,
So that's one thing can't do. You gotta don't let those things change your character or your morals.
100%.
Sometimes you gotta take your emotions out of it and not get even. That's the hardest
Mm-hmm.
thing to do, especially from our
Boy,
background. Getting
yeah,
even with people
yeah,
who
yeah.
you felt like they played you or violated, whatever. This work. You know what I mean? This ain't the streets. And then if it's romance, hey,
Yeah.
thank God they showed you their true colors before you married them or had kids by them. You know what
man,
I
for
mean?
real.
You
You know what
see?
I mean? You still got time. Like if they got kids by them, you got to lock in forever. You know what I mean? They're gonna be at
Yeah,
everything. They're gonna be when you have grandkids. They're gonna be there. You know what I mean? When your child
right.
graduates, they're gonna be
Mhm.
there. So that's a kind of life sentence for you. But you just got to
And
stop
So what
trying
you think
to
about that, Jay? Mind
like
games being played at work and how to navigate it. When people be playing mind games at work, some kids need to learn about, man. People play mind
yeah.
games all the time, man. It's
So
crazy.
like, and you sometimes the best thing you can do is not give them ammunition, because
Boy,
you can
don't,
be a
yeah,
little
for
bit late.
real.
Sometimes you can be a
Yeah.
little bit late. You know what I mean? 3 minutes, as long as you under 7 minutes, you
Yeah.
straight. But Mike, look at Mike coming in. Mike late again. Why you gotta announce me coming in? You know what I mean?
Right.
Uh, Sometimes the best thing you can do is be on time. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
dude gonna be hating like that, and that's gonna mess with your money. If somebody's taking you off the schedule, you know what I mean. So
And you
learn
can't
to
give
make
them
a
no
paper trail.
reaction. Sometimes they want a reaction out of you. If you don't give them no reaction, that's
Exactly.
what
You know
really,
what I
love,
mean? So that's what Peel was
yeah,
saying. Don't it's making you a bad person. They want you to flip the script and do something. You know what I mean? And I don't know why, because they can get an assault charge.
man.
You can lose this little job, but now they
hmm
got a black eye or they lose their car. You know
boy,
what I mean?
And
for real.
Whatever
like
reason.
like when I can say things, but I can go a little bit deeper into it. And I hate going to that point. I hate going to that point because I already know what it's gonna lead to. Like this shit, bro. This shit right here, Mike. What'd you do? Hey man, I made some fucked up. I made some fucked up decisions,
Me
and
too.
We
now I'm
all
finna,
have. We
now
all
no
have.
no no listen. I made some fucked up decisions, and I'm finna do this shit. John, man, John, like shit, man. Y'all don't even know the hair. And me,
Yeah. If you don't know half
I
of the
made
stuff we
some fucked
did,
up
Bill.
decisions too.
If you don't know half of the stuff we did. No, I was
Yeah,
talking to
that
BJ. I was
that
talking
was
to
saying
BJ
like
last
like
night, John. I was talking to
like
BJ last night. We was laughing.
Boy, if God would have took y'all, if y'all God would have took y'all earlier, you know what I mean?
Boy,
Ooh, boy.
man.
yeah,
Woo-wee.
like
If God
like
would have got
Man.
you about chapter 2 or 3, y'all wouldn't have
Boy,
been.
boy.
look,
Get
and that
out of
and
there,
that's
boy.
that's what and the whole everything that I'm saying is what uh it's the in between that we were speaking about. It's the in between.
But you gonna
Like
be able to
everybody,
survive it.
everybody got their
Mhm.
story. I said,
Oh,
man,
for
y'all,
sure.
y'all ain't heard about the story about John. Oh, damn, y'all ain't heard the story about Mike. Y'all heard the story about Michael. John was an angel. Michael was an angel.
Yeah, we know that.
And then you hear about a person like me. Old shouting, John. No, my bad.
All right, another one about the
Hold
job,
on, hold
right?
on. What's his name? So, what it? Man,
He was
so.
Saul, then he turned to Paul when he was converted. He converted to Paul.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a
Yeah.
super scene.
Hey, the
The
devil
road to
tried to.
Damascus. He went down the road
Yeah.
to Damascus, and he was converted to Paul, my friend.
Yeah. Hey, man, the devil threw everything. Sent him with everything to him.
He had to follow directions to get it, though.
Yeah,
Boy, I
but
mean,
Right? That's
that's
the
why it's
thing.
so powerful. You know what I mean? What you
Yeah,
can,
yeah.
but you got, with the proper instructions and the right dedication and discipline.
And he gave him a little motivation. He said, "Let me take your vision away. Let me
yeah.
blind you a little bit, so you can. I know you're gonna
So,
do it."
and that's a weird take, right? Taking something
Yeah,
away from somebody to motivate them to
Yeah.
do it. And you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You think motivation is giving somebody something. You know what I mean? Letting them
right.
see the
Exactly.
vision of what they're going to win if they do good. You know what I mean?
Right.
But some people, you're motivated in different ways. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that I want people to understand that, like, boy, this stuff didn't happen overnight.
No.
Nothing happened overnight. I might talk my John. I might talk my excuse me. I might talk my shit. I don't care. Yeah, everybody talk my shit. But none of this stuff happened overnight. None of it.
So next topic: how to learn more than what you are there for. Like, how do you learn more about something if you had a job for one position, but you learn about other stuff at the job that you may not get exposed to?
a
I
lot of
did
people
this
have
a lot. Every job I worked at, I learned something more than what the
a lot of
job
people
was
have a
for.
problem with this because I'm getting paid to do one job and they got me doing other jobs.
Mm.
But it's easier when you kind of volunteer to learn something, to learn a different position, learning the
Yeah,
benefits of the job. You know what I mean? You got tuition being reimbursement, you got a work placement program, internships, volunteering, doing because you meet like volunteering on those Saturdays, you can meet the CEO, you can meet the corporate lawyers and different companies. You know what I mean? So you gotta like networking. Sometimes volunteering is the easy way to be lazy. You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
it
And
gets you in
then
a different position.
working in IT, you got to work with different positions, like you say, the CEO, CFO, and all them people. You actually get to see a lot of stuff that they do on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? Like that you wouldn't get to see. You be like, man, is this all they be doing? You know what I'm saying? Dang, he be doing a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or you get to learn about, like, let's say when I was working at the nonprofit place, you get to learn because it was a smaller building. You learn how their network worked, how they had to run cables all over the building. You get to understand how much infrastructure means something in the building. If you don't got no network infrastructure, you're almost dead at this point now. In 2025, like all the computers are all ran, cables are all networked together to this one data center and stuff like that. You get to learn that kind of stuff. You know, you may get to learn about supply and demand, different positions because you got to help them set up a webinar or something. You get to just learn about different stuff. And I worked at Walmart. I learned about like, do I want to be a manager at Walmart? But when I worked there, no, I don't want to be no manager because they work around the clock. You know what I'm saying? They paying you for your time. And most of the managers have health problems that work for Walmart. Probably
You
Yeah.
see
about
them,
80%.
you see them,
80% of them, man.
you see them get bigger and bigger. You know what I mean? And like I promise, like you know what I mean. When they was on the floor, they was kind of thin. You know what I mean? And that's men and women. Now they got their vest,
Yeah.
the
I
button.
seen one. I seen one that was like Total Recall. You remember Quato was like Total
Yeah.
Recall. Hey, Michael, what do you want to work at Walmart, Mike? Open your mind.
Wow. Well,
I don't want to work here.
Fine,
Man. But yeah, man, you got to learn different stuff, man, outside of your wheelhouse of what you're working in, man. You get to learn some
I
cool stuff.
and learn, meet different people outside of your area or
Yes,
your position.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
yeah. Me personally, I always thought it was foul. You know what I'm
Yeah. So this is the last slide right here. What is something we
saying? Man,
can
that
get
nigga cut
better
me
at as
off.
a community?
That nigga
Oh,
cut
go ahead. You
No, I'm
paused. I thought
not.
you was doing. You paused. Go ahead.
No,
What
I'm
you about
not.
to say?
No, I'm not.
No, I said, what is something we can get better at as a community that is not tied to the government?
Like the community is just a group of individuals. You know what I mean?
Right.
Individual self improvement. If we
Mm-hmm.
can, it starts with self. Like we got a lot of self
One hundred
improvement,
percent.
education, therapy, exercise. The other stuff will come as community. You know what I mean? Reaching out to people. Everybody's on in their own bubble because everybody wants to just take care of their own family. You know what I mean? Or
Right.
take care of their health. You know what I mean? Join a gym. Join a volunteer at church. You know what I mean? When you develop yourself and you just reach out, like you're on a spiritual journey to help yourself. Reach out to that small group
Yeah,
in
you just
church.
answered that slide. What you think,
You know
Pill?
what I
What you
mean?
got, Pill?
Yeah, I ain't got much to say.
Like, what are we accountable for as individuals?
Yeah.
Every choice you make, your weight,
Huh? Oh,
every
100%.
every choice you make, your
Yes.
wife, your kids, how they act, your
Mm.
behavior. You know what I mean? Your finances. You know what I mean? You got to be a. That's all on you. You're
Yeah,
the
as a man,
direct. Go ahead.
I've been telling my son that you want to get better every year. You don't want to be the same. You want to get better every year. Incrementally, you just get better every year. You don't want to be the same. You know what I'm saying? Get complacent. You know what I'm saying? You want to
You
get
know,
better.
but people
Whatever that means for people, whatever that means to you.
get a different skill because sometimes maintaining is hard. Staying the
Yeah.
same weight for a 5 year
Boy.
period without gaining
Boy.
weight, crazy.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
sometimes you have to maintain the stuff that, like I was saying earlier, you've always been a hard worker. Even though when you were doing goofy stuff, you went to work every day. So you kept
Yeah.
that, you
For sure.
maintained that, and then you get other skills. So don't
Right.
be like, well, don't be a super fitness nut and don't go to class, you know what I mean? Or
Right.
don't be a super bookworm and don't watch your diet or build yourself spiritually, you know what I mean? Like read one chapter of your Bible. You can grow in other ways. If
Mm-hmm.
when
So if
one
a person,
gets
so is
stagnant,
it natural for a person to get like 500 pounds? Should they be held accountable? It's not natural for a person to get 500 pounds.
I've
No.
seen people with no health problem get 500.
Yeah.
How?
But you got you
How?
know because they
No,
don't
I'm being stupid. I'm being stupid, man. I'm being
no because
stupid.
they don't understand this shit. Mm.
Like, but that's the thing. It's like you wait till you get 500 pounds to understand. It's like not at
Oh,
200, not at 300, not at
right.
400.
But that's that too late mentality you was talking about. Like, well, now, man, now
They-
you 200 pounds. That's too late. Now you
they-
275. Man, you 275. It's too late, man. You
You
right.
300.
said you shouldn't say that. You said you shouldn't say that though.
That's why I'm
Uh,
saying you shouldn't say that because they thought it was too late when they was 275. They
like
actually had a chance. But now they
like
400. Man, it's really 500. It's really too late, man. Ain't nothing I can do. My family got big bones.
do anybody pay attention like when they say, hey, your body hold too much water. But everybody was saying, like, man, you need to drink a gallon of water a day. Oh damn.
You gotta do what
I
works for
was
you,
y'all
man. You
I
gotta
just
find what works for
I
you.
no listen. Dang.
Right.
Everybody say do what works for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you get like some high blood pressure is fluid, kind of
I
fluid
mean,
based. You're retaining too much, fluid. Maybe the
uh,
salting body.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes, sometimes people have
no.
health issues.
Damn, why you got that patch on you? And then hold on. You be doing everything you do. Here come a little kid. Why you got that patch on you? What's that?
That's a
What's
teachable
that?
moment. You should teach your kids.
What's that? You know, they picking. Hey, you sleep. And they picking that motherfucker. They picking
Baby's kids.
it.
Don't
While
go to
you
sleep.
sleep.
Man, for
You
real.
sleeping out there. And they picking that motherfucker. And then
We don't die.
yo,
We multiply.
yeah, they picking that motherfucker and knock it up off it. Like, damn,
That's
like
funny.
what? Nah, it's just so much like it's just so much that I can go. I be wanting to go deep into this stuff.
That's
Hey
why when
man, we're
I asked
gonna
you in
have
the
you.
text message, what you want to talk about? This is the last one. We out.
Yeah, we're gonna have you
It
do a
said,
movie review. On
yeah.
Sinners and
I be
have
trying to
a
tell him
pill,
he can do it, but he don't be want to do it. I try to tell him you can
and
do it.
then you do pill vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we struggle with commitment as a community?
Yeah.
No. Everybody in the entire planet struggles with a commitment. It's only top percent of successful people, and I think that's the difference between success and failures. With commitment and discipline, you know what I mean. You
Right.
can see it. You know what I mean. You can see somebody's body. You can see somebody's appearance, and you can tell commitment, dedication, discipline. You know what I mean.
Right.
You're not going to see, hey, that's a 500-pound person. They work really hard. You know what I mean? They're committed to their craft and they're sloppy and lazy, or not. They're sloppy and messy and they stink. You're not going to, you don't see discipline or commitment in that thing. And that's a universal problem that people have. You know what I mean? We have, as a community, some communities start at a lower starting point. So it looks like they need more hard work, more commitment. But guess what? They're working the
So
same
what
as
do our
every
community
other
struggle with?
community.
So if you
We're
be
working
account,
at
what
Well,
do
the
our
same
community
level
struggle with?
as every other
now
community. We
what
started
I
further behind. But go ahead.
yeah, like what our community struggle with the most is recognizing, realizing, analyzing. That's it.
Thinking, right? Pretty much.
No, it's recognize,
Yeah.
realize, and analyze.
Is it not
Like
part of thinking?
it's always been,
It's
but
the
you can't,
thinking game, right?
but you
Yeah.
can't help, but you can't say it like that.
Yeah.
Why? Why you can't say it like that? It's easy because nobody wants to think.
Hey, can't make
All right,
nobody think. I can lead you to water, but I can't make you
all
think,
right,
man.
all right, y'all. Let me get ready to get my butt off the phone, man.
All
Yeah,
right, let's shut it down. I thank you
yeah,
guys for watching. Our live stream has been a little bit long today. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like, subscribe,
yeah.
give us
All
a
that,
subject matter. You know what I mean? Interact with us.
yeah.
All right, guys, we signing
There can be only one.